What's up, YouTubers? So today I'm making a video of what my tattoo represents, since a lot of you guys have been asking me why I got it and what's the meaning behind it. So let's stop talking and get into it. Okay, so the whole meaning of my tattoo is my great grandma, which has her birthday in Roman numerals and a rosary, which I'll explain a little bit. So she was really religious, and she would always carry a rosary with her. She was just a big part of the church. She was actually like the type to go to church every Sunday, no matter what was going on. She was always there. Everybody knew her. The pastor knew her. They were all just really friendly. She was a big part of my life. She was actually the one that I would travel to Mexico and back with my sisters and all, since my mom couldn't really travel. She would take us to Mexico, to where she lives in Zacatecas, which is honestly is probably the most beautiful place I've seen in part of Mexico that I have ever visited. I actually haven't gone for a while now. It's kind of hard to go. But she lives in a house that she has lived in for like ever. Like my grandma grew up in there. My uncles grew up in there. She has pictures of them all over the walls near the bathrooms. She has like a guest house in the back. She had a really big family, so she just needed a lot of room. She was a really big bird person too. She had birds. She like, whenever she'd come down to Utah to visit us, she had someone like watch over them, because my great grandpa wouldn't. She just like always made sure they were okay. She just for some reason really loved the little blue ones, the little bluebirds. I don't remember what they're called, but she was really obsessed with them. But she's probably one of the main reasons that I believe what I do believe. I'm actually an inactive Mormon. She didn't really agree with me being Mormon, but I was baptized when I was 8. I was part of it for a while. And you know, Mormons don't really believe in the cross, which my grandma thought was absurd. So, since she was really religious, she'd always carry a rosary with her that I thought was the most prettiest thing ever. It's red and white, and it has the corazón sagrado in the middle. For those of you who are Catholic, know it's a really big thing for Catholic people. And one day we were cleaning the basement, and we had found the rosary that she would always wear. And I actually haven't taken it off since. I feel like it's just a way of having her here with me. And I know the prayers to it. You know, she taught me how to do that. I've learned a lot from her. I learned how to knit. I learned how to sew. I learned how to pray. You know, she was a really big impact in my life. She was the kind of person that was really warm-hearted, had a really good vibe. She was the one person everybody in my family loved to death. She was like the glue to our family. If anything was really going on, if drama was going on in our family, whenever she was down here in Utah with us to visit, like for Christmas or anything, none of what we had going on really mattered. We were all just vibed together. She was really positive to all of us. Everyone really loved her. She's actually had cancer for as long as I could remember. She beat it once, I think twice, I'm not really sure, but it'd always come back, and it'd come back stronger. As much as we knew the day would come, we just really weren't ready for it. I know I wasn't. But she was a really energized person. She hated being home alone. She'd rather walk down the block and back 20 times than staying home alone watching TV. She thought the TV and internet and all of that was like cosa del diablo. She didn't believe in it. She was just really energized and full of, you know, laughter and all. She was a really positive person. On her last couple months, she started to get really bad. And it's when they told us she had gotten cancer again. And this time it had come back a lot harder than it usually did. So she would travel a lot to Mexico and back because her doctor was actually in Mexico. We just didn't want to leave her alone. So she would travel back here with us. And the medicine wasn't really doing anything. And she knew it. She was getting a lot weaker than what she usually was. She wasn't really active anymore. She was always tired. You tell her, let's go out to the pool or let's go to the mall or something. She was just tired. We all saw the difference in her. Which is when we started to get more scared. And it brought the family a lot closer. Her last wish was to leave the place, to leave Earth in Mexico. Because it was her homeland. She wanted to die in her homeland with my great-grandpa. So when the doctor said there was nothing really much we could do, that it was all just up to time, she was taken back to Mexico, where she had passed June 12th of 2017. I was actually at school. This like barbering class that I'm doing. I started over the summer. And I just remember my aunt texting me, I'm sorry. And I texted her really confused, asking her what she was talking about. And she ignored me. And then I got a phone call from my mom. My mom lives in Vegas, so it's not really rare that she'll call me. You know, she'll call me just randomly to check up on me, see how my messages are doing. And I just answered, and I just see her crying. My mom's a really dramatic person, so when she's crying, I don't always take it so serious, because she cries for everything. But all I hear is, she's in a better place now. I heard that sentence a lot after she was gone. And I guess part of me wanted to accept that she wasn't hurting anymore. Or maybe she was in a better place. I just felt like I wasn't ready to let go of her quite yet. Her funeral was held in Mexico, where she had passed away and most of her friends were. So a lot of the family didn't really go to the funeral. My aunts that could travel went down with her. And I remember during that first month she was gone, I really isolated myself. I wouldn't leave my room. My aunt would still try to talk to me sometimes, but it just wasn't really doing anything. I stopped going to the school. I kind of just didn't want to talk to anybody. I just couldn't, felt like I wanted to wake up and it'd all be just a dream. Eventually I realized it wasn't, that it was actually happening, that she was gone. As to why I still wear the rosary to this day. I don't take it off. It's always with me. I feel like when I have it on and I start to break down, because it will randomly hit me, the memories we had when we would walk down to the Central. And you'd have me try all these different kinds of ice creams because I'm really picky. When she would wake us up really early Sunday mornings to go to church. But whenever we were in Mexico, she wouldn't just let us do anything. She was always active with us. She'd always take us to like statues that like had some Catholic meaning. I never really understood them. I do know I went to go see the Niña de Atocha with her once. Memories still flash back every now and then. It doesn't really get easier, but it's a lot easier to cope now, I guess. And I felt like I needed something else to feel like I was just closer to her. So I got the tattoo. But I remember when I brought it to my mom and my grandma, they were like, you're not getting a tattoo. You know, you cry at the sight of a needle when you have to get your shots once a year. And I just couldn't think of any other way to have her be a part of me besides the rosary that I have hanging on me. I just wanted something, I don't know, just I needed something else to help me cope with it. So I talked to them about it, and I told them the meaning behind it, why I wanted to get it. They were really iffy about it first, because, you know, they were like, why do you want tattoos to represent your grandma if, you know, she didn't even like tattoos. She was really against them. And then when I told them and I explained to them, my mom was with it. She's actually the one that took me to go get it. So I got a rosary. Because I felt like there's one thing that could explain my grandma, was the rosary she always carried with her. She'd always have rosaries with her everywhere she went. She had a couple here in her house. She had some at her house. She had some in her wallet. Anywhere she'd go, she'd have a rosary. I got the little heart in the middle to represent the Corazón Sagrado. And then I got her birthday. I was gonna get the day she died, the day she left. But I felt like it wouldn't really help me to see it, or when people asked what the numbers stand for. I felt like it was just easier to say it's my great-grandma's birthday than the year and day my great-grandma died. But that's the meaning behind my tattoo. That's why I got it. And that's why it's something I really cherish. Also with the rosary that's always around me. It's for my great-grandma. Well, now that the waterworks are over, I know I had to go clean those off. This video is dedicated to my great-grandma. May she rest in peace. And that's the end of this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys have any more questions, you guys can comment down below. Or hit me up on my Snapchat or Instagram. That will also be linked down below. So, yeah, thanks for watching.